What's going on, guys? It's your boy Butters here. Um, I know none of you know me because this is my first video, but just wanted to make an account. Make a video on my account, on the progress that I've made, and our alliance, and season 2, season B1 right now where we're in. So yeah, so I've been playing for close to a year, maybe more than a year already. My first account was in I think the kingdom. I don't even remember the kingdom. It wasn't 94. It was like, oh, it was 100. You see OH 100. That's what it stood for. That was the IL alliance, or that it's currently known as IL. We lost to them, and then we joined up. We made IL and all that stuff. Um, but now I haven't played on that account in a while. And so I made a new account because one of my friends wanted to play. Um, and we both invested heavily into our accounts. I'm a tier 5 player now. I will soon be around 70 something mil power, like maybe 78 mil power, 77 after tomorrow's SLE, um, Strongest Lord, because I want to get as many Gore sculptures as I possibly can. I probably won't get number 1 because this season there's a couple big whales, and I'm also I was a big spender. I'd say end of season 1 is when I got tier 5. But now I'm more of a medium spender, or maybe even, I don't know if you would consider low, because what I do is I go to the VIP store. I am VIP 15, so I buy this 24-hour speed ups, but I can't afford to also buy the G2 Heroes tokens. And I think right now speed ups is more important than the G2 hero tokens, at least for me, because I need troops first. But then eventually I might start switching over to the G2 hero tokens because I buy 24-hour speed ups. That's 12,000 for 20. That's about like 20. Let's just say a 1-to-1, 24 hours is 1,000 troops. So let's just say 20. I pay 12,000 gems for 20k tier 5s. Roughly, that's what the math works out to. It's a little more, a little less. It could be, but that's roughly what it works out to. And then G2 hero tokens is 20,000 for 20 heads, and you need 690 heads, so you need 690,000 gems to max one hero. So very, very expensive. So that's why I've been staying away from the G2 hero tokens. I've been getting speed ups because I just need troops. My troop count is pretty low. 1.6 million troops is my breakdown at the moment. I'm mainly mage, but I'm gonna train a lot of swordsmen and ballistas because um, with the new heroes that came out, I think archers are just archer gang is getting is just straight up better than mages because like Bertrand and Tohar, they're single target mages and they suck against archers in single targets. So I don't see a point to Bertrand and Tohar, even though they're not bad marches. I don't think I'm gonna invest in them as much as I love mages because I mages was my main march. I used Lilia and Velen, and they absolutely destroyed last season. I was top six, even though I think I was like ranked 29 roughly, also the same in last season. I was number six by merits last season. Here's my stats. This was the end of season two. I had 174 million kills, 37 million wounded. That's like a ratio of 4 point something, 4.3. So I think a ratio of 4.0 and above is like a really, really strong fighter. If you see anybody with a good ratio like that, that means they know what they're doing. They're probably gonna kick your ass on the field. They'll never take a. They most likely won't take a negative trade. It'll, if they do, that means you caught them off guard with a bunch of calves, blah blah blah. But yeah. Um. So yeah. So just given the breakdown, I have played since you saw my other account. I know what low spenders like. I think a good ratio for tier 4 players is a 1-to-1. If you have more than a 1-to-1 merit ratio, merit to unit heal ratio, that's really good. for a tier 4 player. Um, I think that's roughly what I had in my other account. It was very hard, trust me, because you would fight tier 5, and if they target you, you take like 80k wounded instantly, and it's like it's a bit rough. But if if you know how to fight, which maybe I'll make some videos when we're actually in war how to fight, which is very soon actually, because I think in 2 days this pass will open, and then I think another like 12 hours later we'll have this Runic Ancestor War. And it's gonna be tough because we actually are fighting two alliances, MBH, which is already bigger than us, and MSC, which is small, but if they have more troops on the field, it's obviously going to be harder for us to win. But we'll see. It's gonna be whoever brings more troops out. We have 5.5 billion power. They have 5.8, but plus 2.6, 2.8, 2.8. So we'll see. Whoever brings out the most troops will win. But either way, I'm gonna try to get as many points as possible in there. I call this in the paint because it's like basketball. When you're in the paint, you can't be in the paint for too long, or you'll get a violation because you actually, if you die inside the zone, you give the enemies a lot more points. And even though if you occupy it, you'll get more points eventually. Uh, you could get a lot more points quickly by just killing people inside the zone. So yeah, I'll make a video on that, or if I can. I'm not sure if I'll be home for that, so I'll probably be on my phone. Um, so yeah, I can explain a bit about last season. Last season we fought probably one of the strongest alliances I've ever seen. Um, it's called RFF. I swear I've been playing these games for like 4 years, and I've never seen the amount of troops they were able to bring out on the field. They're an all Vietnamese alliance. They have an all Vietnamese second alliance. Um, they were, I think, 282, and I think now they moved to 280, Kingdom 280, and they're just, I don't know, they're massive. They never went to bed. We would attack. We would set attacks at 4 a.m. their time, 3 a.m. their time, 2 a.m. their time. Every single one of their T5s would always be on. Um, and I don't know. It's just crazy. They didn't have that many tier 5 players, but their average power was like insane. Their average power was like probably 30 mil power versus ours was like 24 mil power, 20 mil power, and we had probably triple the amount of T5s they had. But I mean, at the end, it's just they had so many troops on the field. They had at one point I sent out a march um, of infantry, and they targeted it with like over 100 marches instantly. It was, and it melted like in 2 or 3 seconds. My infantry was dead, which was absolutely insane. And it's tier 5 infantry, even though my infantry are not the best. Just 511, 52, 5123. They instantly melted it. And I am investing in infantry this season. I'm gonna try to get Goresh and Skogul maxed, or at least 5551 each of them. But these are my heroes like Lilia Velen. I don't even have 6-star yet. It's very hard to get 6-star heroes, or even 5 stars for that matter. I don't know how some people get all of them to 6 stars. Like I haven't been able to do that, even though I spend quite a lot. So I did invest a lot in artifacts. So I do have a maxed Infernal. I have level 4 Rattle Spear. Um, this is level 1, but I'm gonna get the Spare Bone Torque when I can, when it's available. This is level 1, but I was able to get it. Um, so yeah, I have this at level 2, I think. String Blades. These are like the best artifacts. Like Inferno is one of the best artifacts in my opinion. Rattle Spear is really really strong, but the active can get you killed. Spring Blades is probably the strongest artifact for Cav. Phoenix Eye is pretty strong. It's probably like maybe third best mage artifact. It's only level 2 for me. Blink is great when you're hunting people down. So I think I'm doing okay on artifacts. This absolutely sucks, but that's the only rally artifact right now. Um, Breath I need to invest in, but I'll get to that when I get more mage marches. I just don't have many mage marches yet. I can bring two, and so I bring the two damage dealers. No support yet. Um, oh yeah, archers are just absolutely insane. I invested 5551 into Freygar, and I'm very happy that I did because I mean, for the new archer hero, Magret, she looks like a good pairing for her. Syndron is, I mean, we all know he's super strong, but you gotta invest 5 5 5 1 5 5 if you're lucky. Um, I don't I don't think his I mean his this is a lot better than Freygar's, I can tell you that much. All she gets is like 200 damage factor. Like that, I'm not gonna max her just because that's absolutely garbage. As much as this is pretty good because March speed is amazing, but I just don't think it's worth the 300 and however many sculptures, 345 sculptures or something ridiculous to get her max for 200 damage factor. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Skogul is probably the first one I would max between Gorish and Skogul because Gorish is he just gets 10% attack and 5% less damage taken. And versus Skogul, you get 10% more counter attack damage, which is probably, I think it's a lot stronger. I mean, Gorish is really good too. It's just this last skill is useless. I mean, I don't know. It's arguable which one's better, but I think Skogul is better. Lilia Valen is just insanely strong. I've gotten 90k merit marches with uh I've gotten like on average probably 40-50k with them. I don't know if I have reports saved. Um, this is probably a rally or something. 87k merits with Lily of Ellen. This is one of them. Oh no, this was a rally. No, it's very hard to save because it only saves one report instead of like, yeah, that's really annoying. It only saves one report. This is when we were fighting RFF. Got 1.1 million merits from a rally. And not all those merits goes to me. It goes, spread out amongst everybody in the rally. I'm trying to find, but I guess I just don't have any. I can't really show. Yeah, I can't really show. But anyway, I'll probably get those same merit numbers again this season, and then I'll be able to show it. I might even be able to get it in here. Most likely not, because in here everybody brings the strongest march. Not too many people are going to be bringing infantry, and everyone will probably be like mages and archers in here, so it'll be a little harder to get the merits from those if they're just like constantly jumping back and forth. But I'll try. I'll try my best to get a good report. So yeah, that's a rundown. Uh, see you guys maybe when there's war if I can join on my computer.